Hi there, in this video we will be taking a look at this AXAGON USB hub. It's a 3.2 Gen 1 USB hub, all ports are the same, and I bought this one instead of another one that will be in the description below this video, because that one kind of disappointed me at the end of the day, and hopefully this one won't. Just a quick look, 7-port Superspeed USB-A, all of them, flat hub with long cable. It has a 1 meter long cable, this is the model number, and lots of EU languages in here, or Europe, not necessarily EU, but weirdly enough it's a 7-port, and in all of the languages it says 7-port, but in Romanian it's a 6-port. So Romanians get less. This is a bit weird. They made a mistake in the translation here. Anyway, so it works with any OS in here, which is great. And yeah, it can be powered by the USB cable directly plugged into your computer, but then it will have less power available to it. And if you start connecting, I don't know, 2.5-inch external hard drives, for example, especially the mechanical ones, this will be lacking power at a point in time. So you can also help it a little bit by connecting a mobile phone micro USB charger basically right in here, and then you just give it a bit more juice to power your power hungry devices. But for me, I think that's not going to be required. Overall, plastic ends, it's kind of the standard construction for this type of USB hubs, both ends plastic and an extruded metal aluminum chassis on it, or housing, made in the actually no, in China for AXAGON, and AXAGON presumably it's based in Czech Republic. Let's see, do we have all the pins? Yes, we have all the pins in all of these, not only the old USB 2.0 ones, but also the newer ones right at the top, also in this one, and obviously they should also be here, but in the bottom. Yes, we have them also in the bottom. So all checks out until now. Cable quite long, and from what I see it's really flexible, which I really like, because I saw some that had really stiff cables and they got annoying really fast. If I could actually untangle this thing, would be great. And a really long cable, for me maybe a bit too long, but no problem. I like this, it's not too long. Many of them are actually up to here. Why, I do not know, but this one is quite short, so that's great. I don't think it's metal, no, it's just simple plastic and rubber at the end from what I can see. So let's plug this into the computer, connect, I don't know, a USB gigabyte adapter, my external hard drive and stuff like this to it, and see if I see any issues with it or not. Okay, these are the instructions. So turn on computer, connect this, it will automatically install all the drivers. The hub is ready, so you do nothing basically, and any USB, micro USB charger will be good enough. And it's recommended to have a 2 amp output, the charger that you will plug into here, to give this plenty of power. Initially I will test it without plugging that, because hopefully my laptop can provide enough for what I need. If not, I will also plug that. I plugged this into a USB type A 3.1 or 3.2, anyway, on my Lenovo IdeaPad 3 gaming laptop. And I have in it, this is a gigabyte card, then a self-powered storage device. So this is drawing, the gigabyte card is drawing power directly from this and from the laptop basically at the end of the day. This is self-powered, the storage device, that's not drawing anything. This is the printer, again self-powered. This is drawing keyboard, mouse. In here I have an external hard drive, also will be drawing power from this through the laptop, And for good measure, I put my watch to charge. So that's also drawing power. So I have three devices, a network card, external hard drive, and my watch drawing power from this, and also these two tiny Wi-Fi dongles that are drawing power, and two that are self-powered. Now I will use this for a while and get back to you if there are any issues and I feel the need to add external power. If you want to charge your phone or something, then add external power. But for a watch, this has quite low power draw. The hard drive should have quite low power draw, although it's a spinning hard drive. So we'll see. Maybe one port can handle all of this. Well, we have our quick answer. It's already too much for this. It cannot handle this. These two are barely working. So I'm going to try and unplug stuff and see where we find the limit. Okay, there are some problems in here. My mouse isn't properly responding from even 2 meters away. Keyboard about the same. Tried unplugging the external hard drive. Even tried powering this thing via 5 volt 2 amp external power supply. It's like this somehow is killing the Wi-Fi signal of my little dongles. Why would that happen? It never happened with my previous old USB 2.0 hub. I really hope I don't need to plug that one into this, so I have a hub in a hub in a hub. It's but why is this happening? This is plastic, this is metal, so some sort of EMI from this coming out and interfering with these guys. I even spaced them a little bit. They were right next to each other. They are both Microsoft and they were right next to each other in my old hub and working perfectly. Here they are not. I'm going to try and unplug everything else and leave only these two until I troubleshoot and figure out what's happening, but I don't like this. Well. Like this, they are working perfectly. So now I must find out which one of these is the problem. So it seems it was not power related all along. I can get back to plugging in everything in here. But which one is the culprit? Found the culprit. The second I plug in this TP-Link network card, these two little guys, keyboard and mouse, start to not respond from a few meters away, only from really close. So somehow this is messing them up. This little guy right here. That's a bit weird and kind of defeats the purpose. I hoped to use this thing almost as a docking station, because this particular Lenovo cannot have a docking station. Weirdly enough, it's kind of dumb. So I'm kind of back to the original config. One hard drive without this thing because it was interfering with my wireless dongles. And let's see if the rest of it can work together nicely. Like this in my old hub, everything is working perfectly. I'm even going to try and connect again the network card. So literally these two little things right here do not like to be close to this. So what I'm quite sure it's happening in here, pile of cables in there, this is spewing out all kinds of electromagnetic waves that are messing up the reception of that. Hopefully not other receptions in my house, but I hope it's quite concentrated because they are at... Oh, you know what? I could test by just laying this thing on top of it. If it stops working again, it's clear. It's not about the contact in the connector itself, it's about being close to this. Let me test. Ta-na-na-na-na, stopped working. So being close to this, these little guys don't work at a distance. If you use them on the same table, I don't know, half a meter, maybe 1 meter apart, they will work. I use them across the room because I have a bigger TV and no need to stay right next to it. I keep the laptop closed. They will not work. So I need to keep this plugged into that and just a bit farther away, which kind of defeats the purpose, but cable management needs to be done now. At least rest seems to be working even without power for the moment. We'll investigate more and get back to you. playing around. I'm kind of getting the full speed from my provider while hard drives are checking stuff. So not this one, the other ones. Let me actually try to copy data from one to the other and do this test again. But I think I will get the same thing. So the speed of that is awesome. The problem is what it's spewing out. We did drop a little bit in speed. It was only about 600 megabits while we were also copying data. But yeah, the backup finished and yeah, or this is upload. This is another thing. So while copying data, the speed decreases a little bit, but my laptop could be to blame for that. So it's not necessarily this guy's fault, but I cannot test in any other way to see if I somehow can let it run at full speed, because I don't have another laptop or desktop. So yeah, there's that. And obviously on my work laptop I cannot run this sort of file copying and network and test. It's not okay. What I want to point out, in case you are not thinking about it, every copy from this to the other hard drive that's connected, or from network to any of the hard drives, everything is happening through that little cable and through that port in the laptop. So nothing is basically going directly between these little guys. So yeah, there is a bit of a slowdown when you are using all of the ports at the same time with devices with high speed. But I think I can live with that. But then again, doing some heavy copying, sadly you cannot hear it, and this doesn't properly have an activity LED on it to show you that it's working, but it is working, believe me. And weirdly enough, we are getting a high speed. So maybe it wasn't due to the copying. Still copying. So maybe we are not losing any speed. Good fellow. I wish it was also EMI shielded. So at the end of the day, this is charging. This worked. I ejected now. Network work. Everything is working. But yes, I have way more ports that I'm using now, because I also need to use the other adapter, which I basically plugged it at the end of this, because this is already another hub right in front of my self-powered storage, and that hub has two ports. So I have a hub, this is a hub, and in this hub I have my storage and the other hub for the mouse and keyboard. That's really great. But hey, finally it's at least working, and I have a bunch of ports to do nothing with them. Nice. With the help of some double-sided tape, everything is in position, arranged nicely, and these are almost working with this old USB 2.0 hub that I remembered I have. So I don't have so long cables and I don't put them behind this, but they are almost working. So if it were a bit longer to space it more, for sure they would work. So I'm going to try at an angle and see if that works. If not, other solutions. Nope, not enough. Still not working, or barely working. But if I just put my hand in front of the mouse, not working anymore. Finally it's done. So 4 ports are in use, 3 of them available. Everything is working as it were connected directly to the laptop. I see 0 lags and 0 slowdowns or stuff like that. And for the keyboard and mouse, I needed to use an extension USB cable. Brought them here. Luckily my printer had a place for me to use double-sided tape to glue the connection between this little hub and the extension cable in place. So now I can never replace this printer because it fits much too well in this particular area. So yeah, overall we are done. But this thing spews out lots of weird EMI, so electromagnetic interference, which is basically not too good for wireless devices around it. And yeah, that's about it for this video. Overall, apart from that particular problem with what it radiates, rest of it extremely good from my point of view. Okay, there still seems to be an issue with this. Some random cheap no-name devices like this and this particular USB thumb drive, which really looks cheap, disconnect from this from time to time. Good quality devices don't do this. So it's somehow this probably not being not having a good filter in it, plus the devices themselves not being able to filter what they get confused and disconnect and then reconnect, but for your transfer maybe it's too late and it's annoying. But hey, yeah, it is what it is. At the end of the day, I'm able to use this, but with a little bit of annoyance, and I keep it literally unplugged and only plug it in when I need it, because otherwise it will keep disconnecting and get really annoying really fast. So hope this video helps you, in which case please give it a like, check out my other videos, and as always, see you in the next one. Bye.